Well, hello. Yeah, it's been a while. So, hi, welcome back. I plan on playing some Oxygen Not Included. I've been playing this game a lot lately. And I know some of you guys have been kind of wondering where I've been, and I honestly don't really have a lot of information to tell you. I've just been in a weird headspace. But I decided I kind of want to step back from YouTube there for a while and just kind of take a break, and I'm still not like planning on jumping in full speed, but I've noticed that I've been playing a lot of hours of this game, and I wanted to share with you guys like what I've learned, and maybe do a little bit of a series where you guys give me some information and pointers and maybe suggestions as to how to progress. I've learned a lot about this game, and there's a lot I still need to learn, so I don't know. I'm welcoming your feedback. So yeah, anyway, you see here I've definitely been playing a whole bunch over the past few months, definitely. So a little bit more advanced than when we were doing like the videos for the random game nights and stuff before. I'm going to start a new game. I do have some mods installed here. I'll put a list of those down in the description. A decent amount of mods, some a little bit more cheaty than others, but nothing too ridiculous in my opinion. These are more quality of life stuff and adding certain things to the game that I personally like. I do I do have a very specific way I like to start my games. So that's what I'm going to set up here. Oh, and on a side note, you'll be happy to know that I'm on a new PC, so hopefully we won't have those weird random second-long stops and pauses like I was experiencing last time. So what I like to do is I like to start with, well, I'm just going to get all 7s here because we're using the DSM. That's what I like to do because I'm cheaty like that. It doesn't really matter what we're choosing as long as everybody has +7s, because what I like to do is I like to go for a digger. Let's go for a nerd. We like our nerds. I'll probably pass it like 8 times. There we go. And we like a builder. That's my personal preference. Actually, builder or supplier would be nice. A supplier would be better because we can actually have our digger guy build, and then we can have a supplier. Having a good supplier is, I've learned, is really, really good. So let's go ahead and do mole hands. Oh, I just passed it. Mole hands. There we go. And then for a researcher, quick learner, I just passed it. Good job. There's quick learner. And then for supplying, I like Twinkle Toes. Buff's kind of nice, but Twinkle Toes is nice too. So for the negative trait here, let's do something. We want our digger to be able to attack, so you can't do researching errands. I think that's fine. Our researcher, let's say, can't do digging errands. Yeah, let's do that. And then for our supplier, it doesn't, I mean, it does. Let's say just no researching errands, so they won't get sidetracked for their supplying stuff. Structure reaction, I personally do ugly crier because I don't like destructive. I will not choose a duplicant that has destructive in case things get ugly. And then I kind of like to leave these alone. So we got 3 sparkle streakers. I just, you know, you could go and push the super productive, but I like to just leave whatever the overjoy reaction is. So we're going to do that. And this is going to be our start. Let's go ahead and click through these a few times. The cantaloupe, Topia. There we go. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Alrighty. Oh, a little bit of stuttering there. Sorry about that. So as you notice here, I like to use the schedule loader. I personally like to go with multiple shifts. So we have a first, second, third, fourth shift. We also have specialized shifts for our early risers and our night owls. This is like how I like to set up my schedules because that gives everybody a good amount of morale, and at least one of the greens, you know, marks lines up pretty much for everybody. Most everybody can spend time together is, you know, the way I like it. Some people will complain that maybe this isn't as productive as it could be, and I would agree, but I'm not really trying to crack the whip here. I like for my morale to be high. I don't like to put myself in situations where my morale drops too much. Starting out here, we have some water. I've learned that I used to try to consolidate all my water together, but I realized that's just kind of a lot of work that isn't really necessary. What I've found is I try to build as big as possible. I don't worry too much about temps unless the temps are worth worrying about, but I do try to avoid germs as much as possible. So we'll try to avoid out here. We'll try to avoid any gases that isn't oxygen or carbon dioxide or vacuum. So yeah, so this will give us a good place to start. So just to get started, we obviously need our cots and we need some toilet areas to get us started. I like to have a lot of space to kind of begin with, and it looks like it goes out over here pretty decently. We can go get water from over here. We only need 3 cots to start. We need our toilets first though. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know what? I actually have some blueprints that I've personally built. So let's do, you know, we don't need a blueprint just to build this out, so never mind. Okay, let's grab some of that ore as well. And then once, I always play at 3 times speed. If that's not your cup of tea, then, you know, it's okay. You can play the video back at like half speed or whatever. And then I will sound like this. Oh. Priorities. Priorities are important. We always want to attack. We always want to dig. We actually want you to build at the same priority level. We want you to research. We don't really want you to do anything else. And then you, I'd rather have you supplying and tidying, and then you can worry about storing later. I think that's a good way to go for right now. Just to get us started. We got more water over here. Lots of water here. Get some coal. No geysers or anything to worry about just yet, but that's generally the case for starting areas. All right, let's go ahead and just plop down some outhouses. I'm not really worried about the math here. I mean, I could be. I should be, and that's, I think, why I was going to use the blueprint. So for a bathroom, I think it's a 64. Yeah, 64. Okay. Use blueprint. Oh, come on. Use blueprint for 64 room. Let's give ourselves plenty of room there. Let's do 3. Hey, I almost had that right anyway. You may have noticed also that I have the mod to let me know exactly how many tiles. So it's showing 64 right there. It's a very handy mod. Let's go. I like to go ahead and start with 4 because you can't go wrong with 4. I mean, just a heads up, I'm not trying to min-max everything. I'm just trying to play to enjoy, and I'm trying to learn the game still. So there may be things that I do that aren't really efficient or really elegant. Sorry. I mean, you can let me know if there's better ways, or leave links in the description or in the comments if you want me to see stuff. I'll check it out. Can't guarantee I'll use the suggestions, but I'm trying to learn the game, so more. All right, so now we have that. And I know it's overkill for right now, but it'll set us up until we can. Gonna copy my settings until we can build out and get our plumbing and everything figured out properly. Okay, let's pause here just for a second, just to kind of get a grasp on everything. If I were to dig over here, that's not going to really give us enough room for the space, the wall, and then the cots, and then the water. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and do something like this. Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's do another 64 room here. That'll get us access to the muckroot and stuff for food. And then, yeah, just go ahead and put our cots up there for right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and plop them all down. So it gets us 8 to get started. I try to go for 12, unless we're doing really, really good. Then, you know, I'll bump it up to like 16 or something, but it all depends on how the map plays out as time goes. But having enough cots early on just saves some headache later on. So we're going to go ahead and prioritize this We're not going to worry about that too much. And these first 3 cots as 9, we're going to get rid of the door for right now. And also put a tile there where it's missing. I want to keep that oxalite handy. That should do good. If I wanted to, I could put every other item as priority 9, but it's fine for right now. Just give them something to do. And while they're doing that, well, I mean, they have their bathrooms. We can go ahead and start thinking about water. I know there's no oxygen generator built. We will get there. So let's go ahead and grab maybe right here. And then we're going to be a little funky and do something. Well, actually, we don't necessarily have to go up that high. We'll go like right here. And just get us access to some water. We're going to try not to pollute the water. But it may happen, it may not happen. Who knows? We'll find out. I am going to allow them access to this muckroot and stuff because we do need that. I'm going to see if that pump will go down one more so we can be level at least. All right, and they will get to that as they get to that. And unfortunately, they're not sleeping in their cots tonight, but it's fine for the first night. All right, I think this is going to be a good place to wrap this up. I am going to go ahead and let most of this get dug out before I start into this again. Once that's done, I will I'll probably sit down for another recording session, and I'll see what you guys have said in the comments, and I will I'll see what I can do. Let me know what you think about this. If you're glad to see me back, awesome. If you're not glad to see me back and you want me to go into oblivion, into the void for all of eternity, let me know that too. And then I will do so. I will screw right off. I would use another word there, but it's fine. Anyway, guys, hopefully you're enjoying this. I will catch you guys later. See ya.